Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will enter shortly. You are kindly requested to stand.
Bomma le botate, molokoloko wa diruteri o tla tsena ka nako e kopana, le gopelwa go ema.
Dames en here, die akademiese prosesie sal binnekort inbeweeg. U word versoek om asseblief op te staan.
By the power vested in me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees and diplomas, with all the associated rights and privileges, will be conferred and awarded to the candidates whose names appear in the program. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to you at this graduation. I would like to welcome a number of people by name, category, or position. Recipient of the Honorary Doctorate, Dr. David Nabarro, Registrar, Professor Caroline Nicholson, the Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Professor Tian Diaha, the Deputy Dean, Health Stakeholder Relations, Professor Flavia Sekubuge, Deputy Dean, Teaching and Learning, Professor Vanessa Skinkamp, the Deputy Dean, Research and Postgraduate Studies, Professor Tivani Mashamba Thompson, Chairpersons of departments, Chairpersons of schools, Heads of departments, Directors, Emeriti and Honorary Professors, and other lecturers and their spouses or partners. Representative of the Student Representative Council, who will present the SRC Academic Honorary Colors. All persons to whom degrees and diplomas will be conferred and awarded this afternoon. all spouses or partners, parents and other parties, as well as dignitaries we may not be aware of. I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidate for the honorary doctorate.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I have the honor to introduce to you Dr. David Nunes Nabarro for the conferment of the degree Doctor of Medicine honoris causa. Professor Sir David Nabarro is co-director of the Institute of Global Health Innovation and Professor of Global Health at Imperial College, London. In 2018, he established the Geneva-based foundation Skills, Systems and Synergies for the Sustainable Development, also called 4SD. The foundation accompanies development practitioners and local and national governments, civil societies, professional organizations, business enterprises, and academic institutions as they advance the transformation of complex people-centered systems. Through his work with 4SD, Professor Nabarro serves as a special envoy of the UN World Health Organization Director General on COVID-19. He leads the food work stream in the UN Global Crisis Response Group on food, energy, and finance. The UN Secretary General established this in March 2022 to track and respond to the pressures households face due to extraordinary increases in cost of living, exacerbated by the war in the Ukraine. The GCRG calls for political measures that link urgent action with long-term sustainable and equitable development. Professor Nabarro secured his medical qualification in 1974 and has worked internationally in multiple clinical and public health roles in governments, NGOs, and universities. He held positions in the UN between 1999 and 2017, including acting as Special Representative of the UN Secretary General for Food Security and Nutrition and Under Secretary General and Special Advisor to the Secretary General on the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and Climate Change. Together with Lawrence Haddad, Professor Nabarro received the World Food Prize for their leadership in building coalitions for action for better nutrition across the Sustainable Development Goals in October 2018. Professor Nabarro was appointed Commander of the Order of British Empire in 1992 for service in Iraq and Knight Commander of the Order of St. Michael and St. George in 2023 UK New Year Honours List for service to global health. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I request you to confer the honorary doctorate on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Medicine honoris causa on Dr. David Nunes Nabarro. Congratulations. I have the honor of requesting Dr. David Nunes Nabarro to address the Assembly.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Dean, and the many others who are gathered here today, but mostly to the graduates assembled here with your parents, and to the parents themselves, and to members of the faculty, I am so proud. Quite simply, this is the most marvelous honor to have received, and I am immensely grateful to everybody here at the university for making it possible and for enabling me to have some extraordinary opportunities to learn from you all. Just last night, I was with the Vice-Chancellor, and we were at the launch of a book about Bongani Mayosi, a cardiologist. It's called Doctor of Hearts, and the line at the back says, "Poverty breaks hearts." And the reason why I wanted to show this book to you and commend it to you is that that's the truth. That poverty is the greatest cause of ill health everywhere, and that the opportunities to achieve health for everybody really depend on action to tackle poverty, injustice, and people's inability to realize their human rights. But I feel comfortable saying that here in Pretoria today. That's because this is a university in a country that is addressing absolutely straight up some of the biggest challenges in health inequity, some of the biggest differentials in people's health. I would like, in particular, to stress to you how much I have been impressed in my time here in Pretoria, meeting several of you in different workshops and seminars, by the reality that you are ready to take on the complex challenges of the future. You're not scared. You know they're going to be difficult. You know they will make you uncomfortable. You know there will be times when you ask yourselves, are we succeeding? But together, in fellowship with your fellow graduates from this great university, and indeed from the whole academic community in this great country, you are going to work together on finding ways to move ahead on the very difficult challenges that we face. There's really a single answer. There's really a nice, precise solution. What really matters is our ability to work together across disciplines, engaging diverse stakeholders, and then ensuring that we get all the different sectors of government involved. And then through dialogue, we bring about the transformations that are necessary. There's no right solution and wrong solution. It's got to be through finding collective ways to tackle the big challenges that we face. And that means, as I've learned from many of you, putting our values at front, putting our identity, our shared identity at the center, and focusing on the relationships that we build, and making sure that they are trusting and lasting relationships that allow for sharing and for finding common purpose. And if we can combine that focus on our identity, on our relationships, and on sharing with all the brilliant science that you're learning here and the scientific approach that you're learning, we can create the interdisciplinary energy that will power this country and her people and the people of Africa forward for a world that will be Africa's world in decades to come. So thank you for being willing to absolutely exemplify interdisciplinary, cross-cultural working here at this university, and continue inspiring the rest of us so that we can follow your example. And so, Bernice, thank you for helping me to get this together. Thank you, sir.
Dr. David Nunes Navarro, thank you very much for your inspiring speech and also for your commendation of our efforts. The agenda you are involved with the Secretary General is one that will address the twin interrelated crises of our humanity and our planet and create a better world for all. Thank you. I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidates present whose names appear in the program.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree of Clinical Medical Practice. These are from the School of Medicine. Imogen Botha. Alison Duplessis. Duanio Fanampe. Sundukazi Kondolela. Nikita Jacobs. Toka Kwale. Cleon Lekabe. Otsepeng Letlake. Matabu Macholo. Sensilwe Macholo. Celine Malan. Suebucha Mampaga. Mutondi Marageni. Shandukani Masindi. Nsekelelo Matunyawa. Kamulejo Helo Mojoboya. Masifaku Mutlala. Mokhadi Mokhafani. Tokela Moteme. Malos Motlasedi. Bongekile Mtembu. Lunga Mtumwani, Lutendu Mwedi, Ndisonwa Nekota, Tembi Tlapo, Rotsidwa Paswana, Pamela Radebe, Vulondu Siave, Lindawa Sibaya, they're coming for the next school. Nonkutula Sikusana, Dinyo Tefu, Bafeng Tanghu, Nasibi Tayali, Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the Bachelor of Sports Science. Kirsten Bellingham with distinction. Elna Bates with distinction. Emmanuel Bosov with distinction. Luc de Swart. Kirsten Edison with distinction. Salome Feynman with distinction. Nicole Fowler. Sabrina Favini with distinction. Kyra Fitzhenry with distinction. Cameron Fletcher. Elche Guillumier. Werner Graup with distinction. Connor Greaves. Shanae Grobler with distinction. Jamie Hutton with distinction. Robin Heath, with distinction. Kyra Lee Creer, with distinction. Bali Madunzela. Joel Manzambi. Giovanni Mazzone. Caitlin Miller. Davina Pillay, with distinction. Matthew Skuman, with distinction. Jessica Sevenhuisen, with distinction. Stefanus Steenkamp, with distinction. Bernay Strydom, with distinction. Tahir Tayhop. Deante Tienison. Vian van der Walt, with distinction. Mignon van Dijk. Michelle Venables, with distinction. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates from the School of Healthcare Sciences.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I introduce to you Nanette Duplessis, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor in Philosophy, with a thesis titled Development of Transdisciplinary Hypotherapy Guidelines for Clients with Spastic Cerebral Palsy, prepared under my supervision, Professor Kitty Uys, and consultation from Mrs. Tanya Buys. This thesis achieved to develop hypotherapy guidelines for persons with spastic cerebral palsy for the first time in history. National and international occupational therapists, physiotherapists, and speech-language therapists, which led to the construction of guideline statements. 11 international therapists obtained consensus on the 166 new transdisciplinary hypotherapy practice guidelines for people with spastic cerebral palsy, which will improve the effectiveness and efficiency of therapy outcomes. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I introduce to you Jeneth Tulisile Majola, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Development of a Program to Enhance Nurse Managers' Relational Leadership Skills in a Designated Hospital in the Mpumalanga Province, prepared under my supervision, Professor Ronel Leach, and with Professor Mariata Jaspek as co-supervisor. In the thesis, the candidate used a single holistic case study designed to develop the program to enhance the leadership skills of nurse managers. Findings revealed that nurse managers in the hospital mostly used leadership skills based on the situation in which they found themselves. Some of the leadership skills could be construed as relational, but it was done without relational mindfulness that is needed by a leader to make informed and shrewd judgments about the interpersonal situation. The relational foundation needed to build open, inclusive, and mutually beneficial relationships with those being led was found to be inadequate. The 6 program interventions identified as crucial in building the nurse manager's foundation for relational leadership were guided by Branson and Murrah's fundamental relational leadership principles. The program will be implemented and evaluated during a follow-up study. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I introduce to you Tawa Mohammed, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled An Evaluation of the Structure, Process and Outcome of Stroke Rehabilitation in the Greater Accra region of Ghana, prepared under my supervision and with Dr. Gifty Nyante from the University of Ghana as a supervisor. In her thesis, the candidate used the Donabedin Quality Framework to evaluate stroke rehabilitation in Ghana from the perspective of patients and practitioners in the Greater Accra region. She used a sequential explanatory mixed method research design for each group of participants, whereby the quantitative findings informed the qualitative findings. The patient study revealed poor functional outcomes of patients, and these were attributed to psychosocial and environmental challenges and highlighted limited human resources for rehabilitation and a lack of necessary equipment, especially at the primary level hospitals, as negatively impacting on stroke rehabilitation. The candidate integrated the 2 sub-studies together to recommend structural and process improvement strategy to policymakers for implementation. It was further recommended that this study, which provided the first data on the structure, process, and outcome of stroke rehabilitation from the 3 levels of healthcare in Accra, Ghana, should be rolled out countrywide to influence the strengthening of stroke rehabilitation in Ghana. Mr. Vice Principal and Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I introduce to you Doreen Unkarabile Mudau, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Strategies to Enhance HIV Pre-Exposure Prophylaxis Uptake and Retention Amongst Young Females at Gauteng Province. Prepared under my supervision and with Dr. Nombulelo Speng and Dr. Rafiat Anokuru as co-supervisors. In the thesis, an exploratory sequential mixed method design and modified E-Delphi technique were utilized. It was found that PrEP uptake and retention performance among young females aged 15 to 24 years was low as measured against the set targets. While the perceptions of registered nurses and young females reported that PrEP reduces new HIV infections and HIV-related death, it also promotes quality of life. It can potentially reduce the antiretroviral therapy program's workload and demand. Additionally, healthcare workers, PrEP information, the PrEP pill, young females, and social-related barriers were reported to be challenges to the expected PrEP uptake and retention per set targets. Subsequently, strategies to address the mentioned barriers are developed to enhance PrEP uptake and retention among young females in Gauteng Province. Mr. Vice Chancellor and Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Chancellor and Principal, I introduce to you Maureen Rofiwa Musiye, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Development of a Framework for Collaboration between Midwives and Traditional Birth Attendants at a Selected Province in South Africa, prepared under my supervision and with Dr. Bana Pema as co-supervisor. In this thesis, the candidate aimed to promote the re-engineering of maternal primary health care services in restricted rural communities in South Africa. The study utilized the Donobedian structure process outcome theoretical framework to guide the convergent parallel mixed method research approach. The findings of the study suggest that health practitioners are keen to collaborate in an inclusive, collaborative framework grounded on recognizing traditional practice. To date, traditional practice is not integrated into all aspects of the formal healthcare system. For example, healthcare delivery training, education, and regulation. The developed framework may also inform policymakers and the National Department of Health to include traditional birth attendant as a crucial cadre for the healthcare system, govern the envisaged collaboration between biomedical and traditional healthcare practitioners for universal access and attain sustainable development goals. Mr. Vice Chancellor and Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Chancellor and Principal, It's my pleasure to introduce to you Karel Viljoen, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. The candidate is one of a few that achieved a joint degree with Vrije University in Amsterdam and the University of Pretoria, and in the process published 5 scientific publications. His thesis, titled Development of a Trail Running Injury Screening Instrument, abbreviated as TRISI, was prepared under my supervision with Dr. LZ Korkie as co-supervisor from the University of Pretoria. From Vrije University side, his main supervisor was Professor Willem van Mechelen, who came all the way from the Netherlands to join us for this ceremony. Thank you, Willem. The co-supervisor from VU, Professor Evert Verhagen, could unfortunately not join us. In this thesis, Karel used a multiple methods approach to conduct 5 quantitative studies. A systematic review identified the gaps in the epidemiology of trail running injury. To address these research gaps, he investigated the epidemiology of injury and determined the risk factors among various trail running populations. Through human judgment modeling, he used expert opinion to determine the relevance of the identified injury risk factors in a trail running context. He provided weightings for each factor, contributing to a composite score for injury risk. A living systematic review on trail running injury risk factors was conducted to ensure that the TRISI stays updated with current research evidence. Clinicians can use this TRISI to target areas of high risk in developing injury risk management strategies among trail runners. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I now request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Dietetics. Melissa Duplessis. Jacqueline Elof. Wait. Fahmida Mohammed. Alma van Niekerk. Veronica Wessels. Master of Science of Nursing Science in Nursing Education, Lyneth Bailey. Anita Dean. Sepiwe Malare. Matlo. Makgolokaan Modiko Mukwena. Master of Nursing Science, Nursing Management, Kwagelo Mongalo. Tendo Bosi. Gedibon Tolong. Deborah van Zyl. Master of Nursing in Clinical Field of Study. Rasibe Mabusela. Sylvia Manganye. Stefina Maposa. Susan Mashilo. Sarah Ntseke. Silindile Sitole with distinction. Nontukoza Zondo. Master of Occupational Therapy, Nhlanhla Baloyi. Patricia van der Westhuizen. Master of Occupational Therapy, Neurology, Kirsten Jordan. Master of Physiotherapy, Kuliso Ntsevangani. Nolwazi Ntumbela. Matamau Ramesele. Master of Radiography, Diagnostics, Malehu Chego. Master of Radiography in Nuclear Medicine, Akona Ndlela. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Radiography Honours in Diagnostics, Moshokumadi Choku. Sisekelo Magudule. Susetu Mgumezulu. Mamuelwa Mochabi. Michelle Ndlovu. Mpoche Paladi. Nyawedzini Chinawewi. In nuclear medicine, Jana Jooste. Engela Pieters. Boitumelo Chika. Sammy Joe van Wyk. In radiation therapy, Kyle Kotze. Janika Labeskachny. Teresa Winkelman with distinction. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the postgraduate diploma in vocational rehabilitation. Vasima Davids. Nika Engelbrecht with distinction. Daphne Grue. Jessica Hill with distinction. Jessica. Nicole Kukamur with distinction. Kwagelo Lekgeto. Matladi Managietu. Kwandile Mkwangu. Azima Musa with distinction. Kagiso Seluana. Rose Sarone Mutene. Chaboy Chuchu. Did she not? Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the Bachelor of Dietetics. Robin Armfield. Dana Barnard. Marnie Besuidenhout. Sebulele Caesar. Robin Denton. Amy Harrison. Liesel Hartley. Michaela Heinz. Jessie Invenizi. Jani Janse van Rensburg. Jani. Zandile Gianni. Nicola Jonker. The last one. Nicola. Nic
You haven't been kept, so you can't agree.
Bridget Mathewson. Kamuhelo Mokemane. Maisi Mukonda. Leratu Mukwena. Lufundu Ndo. Karika Woodendal. Nicole Otterman. Nale Pretorius. Taylor Pretorius. Melissa Rafferty. Giselle Rochner. Giselle. Zakira Singh. Sonia Strauss. Sonia. Magdalene van die Kerk. Bachelor of Nursing Science, Grace Ash. Mahlatsi Baloy. Ulrike Bron with distinction. Fatima Dolan. Josie Jacobs. Annika Janse van Vieren. Maria Jansen van Vieren. Tapelo Koste. Kamugelo Letswalo. Michaela Ludik. Nombusu Makubu. Bongiwe Maseko. Nolutando Maseko. Itumeleng Mashane. Itumeleng. Joanna Masiwi. Maswifi. Joanna. Kwagelo Matabane. Utsipeng Meti. Itumeleng Mofokeng. Mashabale Mwalala. Bisengu Mukwena. Morongua Motlapema. Petronella Mpatu. Daniel Paidas. Irense Radingwane. Tamarin Riley. Leyana Shonken. Nicole Schultz with distinction. Mogologolo Selala. Danielle Siwe Khuabe. Sitimbile Sikusana. Tebogo Skosana. Kirsten Small. Anja Snijman. Poncho Tamaha. Stefanie Trudeau. Ayanda Tutuka. Cassandra Tweehuizen. Leandi van der Merwe. Carlien van Zyl. Shanae Vogt. Danae Webb. Tracy Lee Young. Bachelor of Nursing Science, Education and Administration, Roslyn Bredenkamp. Prudence Fuma. Nontle Day. Ruth Deseko. Nonhlanhla Mambaso. Motlatso Makacha. Stand here. Mamping Malare. Otilia Makaleng. Poncho Malache. Veronica Mameshi. Mendy Mankwe. Languta Mashwangwanye. Ramatsimele Matabane. Nontubikiese Mbutya. Lucy Mbonani. Nkele Mlotsi. Mikateko Mukhobe. Komotso Molomo. Sarah Moodley. Lina Mutau. Alugumi Mlewutsi. Sempi Nkosi. Nani Nkuna. Jairus Raburifi. Mamushi Radungwana. Naledzani Rapulu. Rasikele Sekonya, Senzani Sibunyoni, Ali Sitole, Bachelor of Nursing Science, Clinical Nursing Science, Bindani Gweba, Gwendoline Khansi, Marta Lamola, Nametso Lue, Nelly Mabocha, Dimakatso Mola, Ntombi Zikona Motswene, Matrisha Ndlovu, in Community Nursing Science, Manale Khanedi, Jane Makhoba, Rasibe Mantome, Ditaba Mashanganyani, Palisa Muketsi, Masarol Moja, Helen Mpela, Ruth Mperuane, Vinolia Pala, Motlatso Piri, Pindulu Rapulu, Mashoro Tema, in Nursing Management, Makaita Chamunorwa, Richandu Shlungwani. Tapelo Khatlani. Cornelia Kuberg. Slonipile Kuneni. Lydia Lamola. New Leboluane. Elsie Lebotse. Nkele Mabasa. Mpula Mabena Zulu. Patricia Mabuela. Fakile Maja. Anna Malatse. Susan Muruleke. Tinyiku Maluleke. Emma Mamushi. Gloria Manale. Caroline Manamela. Susan Maputa. Agnes Maswabela. Landi Mashwangwani. The new Matebe. Masetokwene Matlala. Uelwa Matlala. Semakhaleng Machobane. Buisiswe Umbokazi. Rakhadi Mbuweni. Tabang Mashlanga. Kushani Salia Mudila. Pamela Mulamedi. Posile Mofokeng. Mancha Mohale. Jane Mojapelo. Sandra Mokotswane. Nadia Molamua Molosiwa. Lebogang Mosimanyana. Noxolo Mosoma. Marta Motao. Lia Mpongo. Langanani Mufamadi. Langutenlani Ndlovu. Brenda Nematoka. Brenda. Audrey Unkwashu. Jane Nkosi. Nomatemba Nkosi. Zodwa Nyauza. Johanna Bukubai. Loratu Pu. Patience Ramuaku. Chloe Rampa. Ndamelo Ramodzuli. Tabo Siabela. Foya Sionego. Margaret Seiso. Mololakoma Sekonia. Philip Shabalala. Ramatsobane Chibambo. Doreen Shikibana. Juane Shilangu. Juane. Chabiseng Silamulela. Lerato Sichole. Magdalene Sichole. Nozi Sichole. Bibetse Tamacha. Danny Chikunga. Vanessa von Schäfer. Bachelor of Occupational Therapy, Cassidy Blackbeard with distinction. Michelle Bueta. Cassandra Boyazoglu. Rachel Cole with distinction. Jenna Lisa da Camara. Lisa de Beer with distinction. Emma Field with distinction. Sian Furness. Clarice Greiling with distinction. JC Grobler with distinction. Marnie Grobler. Bernalie Herbert. Karma Jacobs. Dominique Jonker with distinction. Alicia Jordan. Rejoice Kayungu. Dante Nock. Basani Makwakwa. Suzanne Maritz with distinction. Nomu Sawenkosi Matenjwa. Tanya Mole. Mamelo Mukele. Joanne Moelman. Boitumelo Mutsumi. Natasha Mubi. Muchitsi Nefale. Pomelelo Nkwana. Pomelelo. Stefanie Widdendal. Monique Pretorius with distinction. Lisha Prinsloo Vermeulen with distinction. Boitumelo Rapulai. Melissa Rattray with distinction. Well done. Catherine Reneko. Megan Roeder. Anseret Skeepers. Monique Seal. Nolwazi Shandu. Lauren Shepherd. Melissa Sixel. Caitlin Slauson with distinction. Elizabeth Smith with distinction. Megan Steele with distinction. Sunay Stein. Arlene van Beest with distinction. Bachelor of Physiotherapy, Luanda Albani. Luanda. Alida Anthony with distinction. Kanyisa Baloy. Anizay Bester. Sanam Bula with distinction. Minyo Black. Magdalene Boshoff with distinction. Sarah Buchanan with distinction. Jared Campbell. Sabia Kasim Noor Mohammed. Alexandra Kromme with distinction. Nicole Kromme with distinction. Kyla Cross. Dominique de Jager. Annika Dupree. Brittany Ferguson with distinction. Nadine Fourie with distinction. Nicole Hutton with distinction. Jessica Hirchovich with distinction. Claudia German. Sunay Jordan with distinction. Tia Kotze with distinction. Lebogang Letlalo. Andile Makalima. Monique Malherbe. Palesa Maloma. Palesa. Noxolo Manele. Mongezi Masangu. Nondumiso Hope Masuku. Amukelani Mate. Makobo Matloba. Godfrey Matsipa. Tatum Matruvic with distinction. Sinutandu Mhladi. Nomfundu Mokwena. Moleboheng Molotu. Nomhle Kabo Mziza. Anele Mtetwa. Kanyisile Mtumbeni. Nicole Mule with distinction. Perseverance Mupambire. Rutendu Muyengwa. Konrad Meiberg. Lungile Ngwenya. Busiswe Nkomo. Michelle Nolte with distinction. Mika Peterson with distinction. Shanae Prinsloo. Rachel Russell. Carla Schulz. Sikulile Sibaya. Sikulile. Aaron Simpson. Ashley Steenkamp with distinction. Cindy van Berg. Pamela van der Merwe. Marizaan van der Mesht. Lise van Straten with distinction. Nonhlanhla Zwane. Bachelor of Radiography, Diagnostics, Leah Bupape. Mike Tlamini. Sanctuary Obi. Makoma Selapa. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I have the honor to introduce to you Ms. Cassidy Rain Blackbeard for the presentation of the award of the Vice-Chancellor and Principal. Cassidy Rain Blackbeard complied with all the requirements of the Bachelor of Occupational Therapy degree on 2 December 2022. And the degree was conferred on her today with distinction. She distinguished herself during 2022 as the overall top achiever in the Faculty of Health Sciences. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I request you to present the candidate with the award of Vice-Chancellor and Principal. Congratulations.
I hereby present the award of the Vice-Chancellor and Principal to Cassidy Rain Blackbeard. Let us give our graduates a big hand for their hard work and perseverance. And I would now like to ask our graduates to applaud their families, friends, spouses, or partners for their support over the years. We have now come to the end of our proceedings. Before we close, I wish to invite all present for refreshments afterwards in the marquees situated in the front of the Rembrandt Hall. You are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing until the assembly has been dissolved and the academic procession has left the auditorium. The words of the national anthem are printed on the inside back cover of the program. Please rise. By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.
Nos Graduates, thank you. Please sit down.